somebody's fit this Banham lock for this couple in Halland, which is about half hour out from Brighton. Beautiful, beautiful house, huge. But yeah, they've fitted this Banham lock. The door's a bit tight, although they have got this copper. They've got this copper draft excluder, which, so even though the door might look like it's tight, it might not actually be tight down there. So it's like, you can see daylight above it there, but down there it looks tight, but it's probably just hitting the copper. So, but they're having problems with the lock. From the inside, you can close it, but you have to push it up here, and it latches. So that's fine. That's engaged up there. So that's not opening. The problem is from the outside. So you got to close it. Oh, the bolt's just retracted. So you got to close it, and you think that that's shut, but actually it's not. So it's not latching into the keep. Now it's been rubbing here for a while. You can see that there. But also the keep's not even been cut into the frame. So hence probably why it's rubbing. So I'm gonna, some bits are making good. I mean, crikey. Someone's had a go at making good anyway. Not very well. So I'm gonna try and attempt to take this off, sink it in so that it's flush with the frame, and hopefully that will make a difference to this actually closing, and then see what I can do with this making good around here. But I mean, I would imagine when I take this off, that's gonna fall out because it's probably just glued. Oh yeah, it's moving already, look. Right, let's see what we can do. Just drawn all the way around, because it's actually, height-wise, it's not too bad. So I've just drawn all the way around that, and now I can attempt to try and chisel this in and see what we're left with. So as I expected, there's a little block that was up there. Yeah, it's fallen out, so I'll have to do something with that. Right, so that's the keep back on, and it's flush down there, so it's not going to rub on there anymore. So let's just test it from this side. So that's latched, yeah, great. There was having to push it up here before just to force it back. So it was more the problem from the outside. They thought they were closing the door and they were going out, but it wasn't actually latching. So let's just pull that. Right, let's try the handle. Yeah, that's latched. Right, good, success. So that's that one done. So all I've got to do now is put a bit of, where's that little block of timber gone? Oh no, if I thrown it away. Oh, I think I might have thrown it away. I'll have to, unless it's in my pocket, hang on. Oh, it's here. There you go. Oh, don't know if it's going to be any good anyway, but try and have a look at somehow gluing that back in there and putting a bit of fill around, and then we're done. Decided not to use that block, so I've just got a little bit out there which I've just marked up. So just that tiny little corner out of there, and then we'll glue that in. We'll glue it in up there, and then he's actually got a decorator coming on Tuesday, so he'll probably sort all of this out and do a bit of filling there. Right, to that, so we'll go into that hole. So what I'll do, I think I'll lap loads and loads of mitre fix on the top of that and on the back edge, and then that can just slide in, goes to there, and then I can just hammer that in and then clean it all off with a bit of chiseling and a bit of sandpaper, and then we're done then. My OCD got the better of me. Knocked up a bit of 2-pack just to fill in there and around there. Right, so fill it, sand it, done. It's the filler on just in time. It's just started to rain. So this is another little job that I've got to do for the guy. They've got lovely old horizontal sash locks throughout the house, but this one doesn't have a key, and we've tried all the other keys and none of them work. So I'm going to take this with me. I haven't got a key blank that fits it, so I'm going to take it away, get a couple of key blanks and cut them a couple of keys by hand. But yeah, we could have changed it out, but they're so nice and original that I don't want to put one of the new modern ones in there. They're crap. Right, I'm losing light and the weather has turned proper. It's chucking it down. But yeah, there you go, that's that done. And a bit block in there, and it's closing beautifully. Man, this weather seriously turned grots, I tell you. Right, yeah, so that's just that Banham sorted. I also, while I was there, overhauled 6 more of these horizontal locks. Just took them apart, cleaned them all up, make sure they're all working with the key, they all work lovely. Also decoded a code lock on a back door for them as well, so that's now working. And like I say, I've just got to get a key cut or order some keys and cut a key for that, and then just drop it back at some point. But yeah, that Banham, I don't know who fitted it. There was I couldn't speak to anybody when I left. The wife had gone shopping and the guy was doing an online course, so I just had to leave. But I would have been interested to find out who fitted that Banham lock in the first place, because it's pretty bad, that key. And do you know what? Yes, it's an oak frame, but with sharp chisels, it's no different to a softwood frame. So anyway. Morning guys. Well, I'm on my way to a job in Colding where I went there last week, and basically it's a wooden sliding door for an old lady, and she'd locked the door at night. It's an outside porch door, so she's got an inner door which is secure. This is just a secondary door, and her son went round the other day to visit, and the door jammed. He couldn't get in with the key. So, and this is the second time it's happened. So I went around there and suggested getting, because it's a wooden sliding door, getting one of the union locks that sort of splay out the hook bolt, like a deadbolt. So I ordered that, went back, and me being me, forgot completely to actually measure the style of the door, and the casing of the deadbolt was too wide, too big, and was overhanging. So I had to have a rethink. So what I've decided to do is actually fit an Adams Wright hook Euro case. So, and that means that obviously from the outside, you can get access from the outside with the key, but from the inside, because she's an elderly lady as well, she's just got a thumb turn now. So yeah, gonna go and get that fitted. Hopefully this rain holds off. Can you hear that? I am under a tree, to be fair, but it has been raining quite hard this morning, but it's meant to clear up, so let's go and get cracking. Right guys, I've got to secure this wooden sliding door. Customer had this would be on the inside. You'd flick that over, it would lock. And on the outside, that cylinder was in there like that, and then that fitted on there, and you'd put it that way, and you'd obviously you can lock it and unlock it from that. The trouble we had is that twice now, it's an elderly lady here, and their son and daughter-in-law, or daughter and son-in-law, come round, and this is jammed up twice, and they've managed to get it open. But when it changed, obviously, because I don't want it happening again, I bought one of the Sash locks. One of the hook locks for sliding doors, thinking that would work. Didn't think to measure the actual thickness of that, and it wouldn't fit. The back of the case comes to about there, so it's the one where they hook out and splay out. The union do them, so that wouldn't work. So we've gone for this option. Which is, where is it? I'm going to go for an Adams Wright hook with a Euro thumb turn. So that now is it's a bit of a Heath Robinson situation, but that's going to go in there like so, sit somewhere about there, with a Euro cylinder and a couple of handles that can go. I'm going to try and these holes here, these 3 holes, try and cover them as best I can. So I'm hoping that handle can go up there, and the scutcheon will maybe cover some of that. But that's the plan. So like I say, it's a bit of a Heath Robinson kind of situation, but we'll see how we get on. I've started to do the mortise. I'm using the jig and the drill. There's no power out here, so I'm not going to get my big drill out. I just have to use this. But I'm using the jig for the simple reason it's quite close to the glass. I don't know how far this glass goes in. There's no bead on the other side to sort of tell how far it goes in. So obviously with the flat ends on these, it's much better to know that I'm not going to hit the glass using the pointed drill bit. So right, let's get this mortise out. Right, that's the mortise cut out, and obviously the faceplate's got to square up the edges. So it's quite tight on these edges here, but I didn't want to go too wide. That's cozy. Right, so let's square the edges up then. Get the Euro profile cut out on both sides, and then we'll get this one fixed in. Right, corner's done. These unfortunately went a bit wayward because of the other holes that are in there, but I might have to clean that out a little bit. But let's try this in. I've done the S side as well, but let's try this in and see how it looks. Let's push the door back. Right. That is an unreal fit on there. It's completely flush. Cool, that ain't bad, you know. That's not bad. I think we might get away with that. And then the cover scutcheons, I've probably got a little bit here, just on this edge here, just to take a bit up there. But then I think that's going to work. I think that's going to be right. Great success. But yeah, that's bang on flush there, so that's good. We'll get that screwed in now then. Right. Got to put the cylinder through, haven't I? Just so I can fix that. Do it every time. Right, so got the apex base, anti-snap, the cover scutcheon already peeled off, so let's get the cylinder in position first. That's it. Right, this screw might be, in fact it's going to be in it. It's going to be too big. Right, I need to go to the van and get a much smaller screw, I think. Yeah, that's it there. So it needs to be about 10mm smaller. Let's see what we got. Struggling here. So that's the original screw that come with the cylinder, which is too big. This one's about 12mm shorter, but it's not a countersunk, so I don't know if that's going to cause a problem with the faceplate. Yeah, I might have to give it a go. If not, I'll have to just cut this one down. Yeah, that's it. Right, I've got a screw in there. That other one I found wouldn't even go in. Something wrong with the thread. So, faceplate back on. Lovely. Right, so 3 little grub screws. Let's see if I can do it one-handed. Probably not. Right. Let's get that one in there first. It's the wrong bit in the drill. Superb. Right, I'm going to change the bit because this is a Phillips. Actually, let's just get a Phillips screwdriver. Pass Aussie. This will be a case of every screwdriver you get out will be, look, posy, flat, oh my days. And I've forgotten my multi, here you go, Phillips. I've forgotten my multi, my Wearer multi screwdriver today. That one, and excuse the shaky hands, and beautiful. Right, so that's the lock in. Delicious. Right, so let's stick this on nice and straight somewhere there, and then we'll do the same on the front if I've got one. Here we go. Sorry about that, the lovely lady come out just to see how I was getting on and if I just want a cup of tea. Right, so yeah, cover scutcheon, which will cover that big hole from the old lock, so that can go on, and it should also allow me to get past that channel. So let's just throw this for a minute and make sure that it's gonna shut. Oh, delicious. So yeah, because it's so thin, it allows me to slide in past there. And I marked, I don't know if you can see that, there's a pencil line all the way down there. Before I started, I shut the door, drew a pencil line down, so that I knew how far over it had to go. But yeah, that's good. Right, and from the inside, oh, maybe it's not so good. Let's see if that goes. It's not very sticky actually, this one. Oh, that's all right. Yeah, no, it's falling off, isn't it? I might have fixed that one on. Right, so handles are on. Put some screws in this cover plate here. Locks in. Handles on both sides. So it's just getting this hook in now. So if we close the door, I can see through there exactly where the hook's hitting. So I can mark all that out, and then get that cut out and get a little keep on there. Right, there we go. That's that done. I think that's quite a good kind of way around that situation. They were really happy. Then if you heard at the end, just as I was recording the final sort of me throwing the bolt, closing it, the daughter-in-law come back and she said, "Oh, look, it looks amazing." So yeah, they're really happy. So yeah. Well, that's going to be it for this video, guys. So just these 2 jobs. I've been absolutely snowed under. I've been averaging about 6 jobs a day, but it's all just been, like the usual stuff: swapping over a Nightlatch, fitting Euro cylinders, doing lockouts, obviously, which I don't film anyway. If you've enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Any nice comments, as always, down below. And thank you for watching. Please subscribe. See you next week. Maybe not next week. See you next time. That's what I'm going to start saying. See you next time.